You ever have one of those days where you just feel, well, kind of insignificant? Like you're just another face in the crowd? There's this one verse in the Bible that people always turn to for that feeling. But what if I told you that the way we usually understand it, it's just the tip of the iceberg? That there's a much deeper, way more powerful truth hiding just beneath the surface? I mean, it's a really comforting thought, right? Fearfully and wonderfully made. You see it pretty much everywhere, on coffee mugs, on posters, you name it. But here's the thing. What if this verse isn't just about feeling good about yourself? What if it's actually a bold declaration? A direct challenge to the idea that our lives are just some kind of cosmic accident? So what's the big secret here? What is this verse really trying to say? Well, to figure that out, we have to do a little time traveling, all the way back to the original Hebrew. And what we're about to find is a pretty radical, almost countercultural idea of what it truly means to be human. All right, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, great, here comes a boring grammar lesson. But trust me, stick with me here, because it's not. Think of it more like we're about to crack a hidden code in the original text, and this code is going to unlock the true kind of explosive meaning of this famous verse. Okay, so let's jump right in with that word fearfully. Now, when we hear that, we instantly think of being scared, right? But in the original Hebrew, it's a totally different vibe. The word is noraot, and it has nothing to do with terror. It means being made in such a mind-blowing way that it inspires awe. You're not just made, you're made in a way that makes people stop and go, wow, a walking, talking testament to incredible power. And then we get to wonderfully made. And this is where it gets really cool. The Hebrew word here is nifleti, and it doesn't just mean you're well-made, like a solid piece of furniture. No, it means you're uniquely set apart. You're a one-of-a-kind, limited edition original. It's arguing that there is literally no one else like you in the entire universe. And this is what I absolutely love about this kind of ancient poetry. The writers were so deliberate with their language. The psalmist could have just used the regular, everyday Hebrew word for made, which is nasiti, but he didn't. He chose a word that would make you sit up and pay attention. He was trying to say, hey, you're not just another product off the assembly line, you're a custom work of art. So let's put it all together. According to the original language, you are noraot, a jaw-dropping testament to creative power. You are nifleti, a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. And your very existence is a reflection of God's niflame, his marvelous, extraordinary, totally mind-bending works. In the world of this psalm, you're kind of a big deal. And this right here is the key to the whole thing. For the writer, this isn't just a string of pretty words or a nice idea. It's a deep conviction. He uses the word yavah, which isn't just about knowing something in your head. It's a deep-down knowing, a certainty you feel in your bones. He's not saying, I think I'm special. He's declaring, I know I'm special, because I know the one who made me. But wait. There's another layer to this. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, you stumble into a hidden controversy, a scholarly debate that's been bubbling under the surface for centuries. And it all boils down to one tricky little piece of grammar. So, what's all the fuss about? Well, it's about who or what is being described as fearful and wonderful. Is the psalmist talking about his own body, or is he talking about all of God's works in general? The answer, as it turns out, is, well, it's kind of both, depending on which ancient text you're reading. Okay, before your eyes glaze over with the details, let me just break it down simply. There are two really ancient versions of the Old Testament. The standard Hebrew version, the one we call the Masoretic text, clearly says the psalmist himself is fearfully, wonderfully distinguished. But an even older Greek translation, the Septuagint, translates it as your works are fearful and wonderful. So, which is it? And here's the beautiful part. It doesn't actually create a problem. Whether you're the masterpiece or God is the master artist, the ultimate message is exactly the same. You are a product of intentional, brilliant design, not some random cosmic oops. One view focuses on the painting, the other focuses on the painter. Both agree it's art. Now, to really get this verse, we have to do something that might feel a little weird. We have to try and forget everything we know about modern biology and medicine, just for a second. We need to step into a time when the human body was this profound mystery, a source of total wonder. And to do that, we need to wrap our heads around two key concepts from the ancient world. First, what they believed about the kidneys, and second, how they imagined the womb.
I know what you're thinking. The kidneys? What in the world do my kidneys have to do with anything? Well, believe it or not, in the ancient mindset, the kidneys were a huge deal. They were seen as the deep, hidden core of a person, the source of your emotions, your conscience, your innermost thoughts. So when the psalmist says God formed his inward parts, he's saying God literally shaped the very essence of who he is. And then you have this incredible imagery of the womb. The psalmist calls it the lowest parts of the earth. Now, that sounds strange to us, but it's this beautiful, powerful metaphor. It's a poetic way of saying the womb is a secret, sacred place, a hidden artist studio where a master craftsman does his most intimate and creative work.
So where does all this leave us after digging into the Hebrew, the grammar, the ancient worldview? What's the big takeaway from all of this? It's really this. The text is making a powerful claim that you are not an accident. You are a masterpiece. And if that's true, well, that changes everything. And here's what that really means from this perspective. First, it implies that your life has a deep purpose. You're not just some random collection of cells. You were designed for a reason. And second, it means your value is non-negotiable. Your worth isn't based on what you do or what you own or how you look. It's just there. It's inherent. Think about it like this. You can't accidentally knit a sweater. It just doesn't happen. It requires a plan, a pattern, and an intention to create something specific. The metaphors of knitting and weaving that the psalm uses are making that exact same point about you. You aren't random. You are a carefully, intentionally crafted creation. And that's supposed to be incredibly liberating news. Why? Because it means you don't have to spend your life trying to earn your worth. You don't have to be the smartest or the funniest or the most successful person in the room to have value. In this worldview, you are infinitely valuable simply because you are you. Your worth was given to you. So I'll just leave you with this one question to chew on. What if you really, truly believed this? What if you lived your life as if you were a priceless work of art, designed by the greatest artist in the universe? How would that change the way you see yourself? And how might that change the way you see everyone else?